Hey all, welcome to my channel Himanshi's Heavenly Hacks. So this is the continuation of my last video. So where I discussed with you about my weight loss journey and how I went ahead and lost 16 kgs in 8 months. In this particular topic, since my journey and all those talks has already been done, in this particular video I'm going to talk about particularly on the diet plan which you have to follow, and also how do you exercise, how do you maintain your healthy body weight. So let's move ahead and discuss. To lose weight, if you are new, or if you wanted to maintain your weight, or if you wanted to get ahead in the journey of losing weight, you have to basically taking care of few things. Like, first thing would be a good diet plan, a good healthy diet plan, and also giving more priority to yourself, and having time management so that you eat on time and you close your eating windows on time. Whatever diet you have, you maintain it, and during your weight loss journey process and also post that. And it is also very important to exercise or to meditate regularly. These are the important things you follow. So now I would first get into diet and then move on to exercising, etc. So when we move ahead with the diet, it is important that your body should get enough amount of nutrients. So when I talk about nutrition, then it's not only about do not eat carbs and you will lose weight. It's not always about that. You just skip to the carbs. You cannot skip to carbs, because carbohydrates are also equally important for your body, and you have to have certain amount of carbs along with other fats. So yeah, in few diets like those fat diets, you would have seen that they ask you to just go very low on carbohydrates and go high on protein, etc. But that is always not healthy. Your body might not behave good with that kind of a diet. It is important to have a healthy diet which is always supportive, and you would be eventually able to maintain a good amount of weight. So when you start, I would tell you to stick to basically your roots, to be your diet what you are following earlier, and making changes in that, and searching alternatives in that. So suppose you used to eat roti, sabji, chawal, dal, etc. I would tell you to choose alternative little bit here and there, but stick to your origin. You stick to your whatever you used to eat. The important point over here is to avoid junk and extra refined sugars, because that is not going to help you, is not doing any good to your body or for your well-being. So it is important that first thing, before getting into any talk, it is important that you avoid, during your weight loss journey, avoid junk, avoid processed food, avoid packed food, whatever comes in those dabbas, and you also have to avoid refined sugars. Sugars are empty calories. I would suggest you to just cut down that from your diet. You would definitely see miracles over there, because that has happened with me and whatever my patients I advised. So that does wonders. So now the question comes, how do we plan our diet so that we lose weight? If you are motivated, if you are determined, if you are consistent, surely you will lose weight. There is no other option. You will surely lose weight. So now if you are towards all that and you have decided that you are going to lose weight, you have to have a good diet plan. And only, it's not diet plan, it's basically a good healthy, and it's basically a healthy diet plan. I always stress on this term, saying healthy diet plan, because I don't want anyone to starve during dieting, or when you diet it should be always like, oh, I have to have those only those leaves or only those nuts. It shouldn't be like this. Your body should get proper nutrition, proper food. So now getting into that, I am going to give you a few clips over here so that you can, if you want to pause and you can write that down, you can do. I would also be talking, and I will also give you the clips how can you plan your diet. So first, moving ahead, when you start your day, when you start your weight loss journey, ensure that you are giving more and more priority to high protein, high fiber and low carb diet. So when you start your day early in the morning, I would suggest you to have lukewarm water. Your lukewarm water can be as simple as that, or if you wanted to go one step ahead, you can have soaked ajwain over all. You can soak ajwain seeds, or you can soak carom seeds, your soft or you can soak your jeeras overnight and you can warm that in the morning and you can have it. So this kind of water is extremely very effective because it is helping in good metabolism, and it also helps basically to cut down the fat. So that's the reason it is important to have it in the morning to speed up your metabolism. It also increases your immunity too. So what you can have in the early in the morning, you can have jeera water, or you can have ajwain water, you can have soft water, you can have aloe vera water or turmeric water, and also cinnamon water is also very effective, which I tried during my weight loss journey. So you can have cinnamon, a pinch of cinnamon in the warm water, that also you can have. If you are comfortable and if you don't have bloating or acidity problem, then you can also have apple cider vinegar in lukewarm water and you can have it in the morning. You can have lemon squeezed in lukewarm water, or you can have it. I would suggest you to avoid honey in the beginning of your dieting, and later you can add, when you start losing weight, you start losing good amount of weight, later if you wish you can add, but in the beginning you avoid honey. Have lemon in the warm water. So these kind of a water it is very good to start your day. Once you started your day with good healthy morning drink, then you can switch towards your breakfast. So for your breakfast, you can have so many options which are given in the clips. Like you can have vegetable upma, you can have vegetable poha, you can have you can have idlis, like 3 idlis you can have, or you can have moong dal dosa. So try to include more dals to your diet, more pulses to your diet, more legumes to your diet. Like I mentioned you about rather than having a regular dosa, you can have moong dal dosa, you can have green dal dosa. All that dosa is having lots of protein, and it is very important to start your day with protein because that would keep you fuller for the longer time, that would provide you satiation for the longer time, and that would also give you energy for entire day. Your breakfast gives you energy for entire day to feel good, to feel energetic. So include protein in your breakfast. So all that you can have, you can include pulses. If you are a lover of sweet potatoes, you can have sweet potatoes in milk you can have. If you have any allergy towards regular milk or lactose intolerant, you can have almond milk, or you can have oats milk, etc. if you can. Otherwise regular milk you can have if you don't have any problem. And now also people ask me question, can we have muesli or can we have cornflakes? So I would suggest you to avoid that and rather switch to the natural things which are available, like poha and sweet potatoes, and as I told you, oats, etc. Oats are very good in fiber, sweet potatoes are very good in fiber, B12, zinc, magnesium. The natural things are so rich in all of that. You don't have to basically switch towards cornflakes or muesli. I always avoid that. I today also when I maintain my weight, I avoid that because that has little amount of refined sugar in it, and you should avoid that. So just avoid reaching to that. In some days when you are hurry, you can have once, but do not have the practice of eating every day. So and if you don't want to eat those dosas and idlis in the breakfast time, you can also have a big bowl of fruits and along with that sprouts. So that combination is also very good, which I tried, a big bowl of fruit along with little bit of sprout, which gives you a good amount of protein, fiber and other stuffs. So after your breakfast, this you finish on time. It is important to follow time also. So like by 9 o'clock you finish this. Now move ahead towards your mid-morning snack. So for mid-morning snack, it also comes about your workout. So you do it before your breakfast in the morning after your those morning drinks, or you do it in the after your breakfast, taking 1 or 1.5 hour of gap, you go for workout, then you come back and you have your mid-morning meals. Like that is what I used to follow like this. After my 1.5 hour, 2 hours of breakfast, I used to go for workout. I used to work out I had tried yoga, I had tried treadmill and squats, etc. so that is quite effective. So after doing 1 hour of exercising, I used to have my, you can have your mid-morning snacks. Mid-morning snack could be your buttermilk, it could be your tender coconut water, it can be your green tea or black coffee, or if you want to eat something, you can have a protein bar, you can have oats chicky, you can make at home also. If you follow me on Instagram, I have already shared recipes of how to make oats chickies, how to make dates chickies. You can just follow there, or whatever available in your home you can have. You can have fruit. When it comes to fruit, I would always suggest you to have citrus fruit, because if you have citrus fruit, that gives you more vitamin C, and vitamin C plays an important role in losing fat, in cutting down fat. So reason why we say that have citrus fruit, have apple, you can have an apple, you can have your oranges, you can have mosammis, etc. And try to avoid chikus, mangoes, wherein these glycemic index are high. So you can try avoiding, have little bit sometimes. If you say that if I want to have mangoes, you can have one slice of mango and then have more apples, or you can have more papaya, you can have pineapple, etc. Try to avoid grapes also, because at some point grapes glycemic index is also a little high. So switch towards citrus fruits, apples, etc. and that would be very nice as a mid-morning snack. Now switch towards your lunch. It is important to have small frequent meals. Do not ever think that during my diet I am going to eat only lunch, I am going to eat only dinner, or I will only have breakfast, lunch and dinner and I would not eat at all, I would lose weight soon. That's not the thing. You do not lose weight when you fast a lot, when you starve a lot. You lose weight when you eat small frequent meals, when your food gets digested quickly, when your metabolism is high. So you need some products to speed up your metabolism, then you lose weight. So these are the things which I discussed, your good meal, high protein, high fiber, your early drink, your morning drinks, your night drinks, that helps you cut down your fat. So now coming back to topic, switch, now go ahead for the lunch. So lunch you can have like 1:30 or so, 1:30, or if you want to have little early, if you get up early, you can plan accordingly. So for lunch, either you have roti or you have rice, because if you have both together, then maybe there are more of a carbs. If you are having your regular wheat rotis and you are having 2 to 3 numbers, I would request you to switch to 1 chapati for lunch, and try to switch to multigrain chapatis. Prepare your multigrain atta at home, having soya atta, jawar, bajra, and ragi, mixing all together, and you can make rotis. Or if you can do it, which I did during my weight loss journey, have ragi rotis or have bajras or etc. rotis. If you want me to tell you how to make those rotis, because it is difficult to bind that, because gluten is not there. Gluten is available in mostly available in wheat, so that's how you get binding and you make good rotis, wherein here it is little difficult. So if you want a video on that, please comment me below. So you can have that one roti, and then you can have one bowl of a curry, any curry which is available in your kitchen, and then you can have one bowl of a dal. Dal is very important. Please have dal in your lunch, because dal gives you that energy and protein. For protein content also it is important, and it is that one bowl of a dal, one bowl of a curd is important, because it is probiotic and it is very good in weight loss process. If you don't want to have curd, you can switch to buttermilk, and then you can have one bowl of curry, which I told you, and then you have big bowl of a salad. So trick over here, what you can do, if you think that having all these you might feel hungry, have big bowl of a salad first before starting your lunch, and later switch on to your roti and sabji, etc. So you can try that trick, because that works out. And also you can do one more thing, that you can have a full glass of a water before having your meal, so that your stomach is little full and you eat less. So it is always advisable that you do not overeat. You don't have to overeat that. You have to eat that during that point of a time your stomach is full, and you get hungry after 2 hours. That's the main point. You don't have to be hungry, and you feel hungry after 2 hours or 3 hours only. So this is what you follow for lunch. Now if you don't want to have this multigrain roti, you can switch to rice. You can have brown rice. Brown rice has got vitamins to the upper portion of the, that coated portion. It has got vitamins and fibers, etc. So that also helps in weight loss process. So you can switch to brown rice. So honestly, if you ask me, multigrain chapatis I am having till date, those ragi rotis and all I am having till date, but brown rice now I am not eating. I ate brown rice only till 6 months, and then I just got bored and I just left it. So now if you want to have, after you follow having brown rice for 3 to 4 months, and if you are bored of this, then you can have simple white rice, taking care of your portion control is important. So when it comes to portion control, as I told you, when you have one chapati, instead of that take 100 or 150 gram of rice. This would be all for your lunch. Your full thali would be ready, and it would be very healthy and very tasty too. Now 4 o'clock, what you do, you will definitely feel little hungry. 4 o'clock, I know some of you must be wanted to have your tea, coffee. You might be tea or coffee lover in the morning itself, in your evening itself. I would suggest you not to have your regular tea and coffee so many times. If you're really a tea lover, then what you can do, 1 cup of a tea in the morning, or you can have it in the evening without sugar. You can add jaggery towards that. So you can add jaggery and have that regular tea in the morning or in the evening. Prepare that tea along with so many herbs, like you can add elaichi to that. You can add you can add little cinnamon powder. You can add those cloves towards that, and along and all of that you can add. Replace your sugar with jaggery, and then that tea you can have either in the morning or evening. So this point of time you have your regular tea without sugar, or you can have your green tea, you can have your ajwain or cinnamon tea, or if you want you can have your black coffee. There is one more thing. If you think that black coffee is too bitter for you, you cannot resist, which happened to me in the beginning when I started dieting. It was too bitter for me. So what I did, I started squeezing some 2 or 3 drops of lime towards that, and it was like okay for me. Or you can have stevia. So stevia is also proven that that is very good, because it is extracted from the natural plant leaf. So that is very sweet. It is sweeter than sugar actually. So stevia is sweeter than sugar, so you have to mind it while using. You have to use a little amount. If you take a tablet, you have to take a small, and you will get to know when you start having. So you can have your black coffee with stevia, or you can have your regular tea also. If you don't want to add jaggery, then you can add stevia and you can have that. So this was about 4 o'clock. Now after 1 hour, maybe again if you feel hungry, 5 o'clock, so many options are there. See, you can have one small bowl of makhana, you can have small bowl of peanuts. Now when I talk about peanuts, it's actually very good in protein, but at the same time peanuts can also make you fat. So it is important that what quantity of peanut are you taking. So take only small bowl of very small bowl, or 1 handful of peanut only during your weight loss journey. People who wanted to gain weight, they take 2 to 3 handful of peanut. If you are on weight loss journey, take 1 handful of peanut and have that, because it is also have little fat content. So that's the reason. So you can have makhanas, you can have your peanut, or you can have your bhel. 1 bowl of a bhel, or you can have your makhana bhel. You can also have brown bread. So you can have brown bread, 2 slices or 1 slice also. On top of that, you can put peanut butter. So peanut butters are also very good, high in protein, gives you energy. So you can definitely include peanut butter in your diet, because I have seen many of them, they are using peanut butter and they get quite, they feel satiated basically. So you can have brown bread with peanut butter, or you can also have bananas if you want. You can people are very skeptical about bananas, and they think that should we eat during diet or not. I would suggest you to have bananas. Bananas are good in magnesium, and that does not cut down the process of fat loss. So you can have bananas in the morning or in the evening. So just have 1 banana for evening, or you can have any protein shake. So protein shake, you can have your post workout also in the water, 100 ml of water, taking a scoop of protein shake. It could be any, it could be whey protein or Saffola Fit Free. I had, you can see me on Instagram, or you can see my on YouTube channel. I have another video also on this. So you can have Saffola Fit Free as your protein shake. You can have it after your workout, you can have it for your mid morning, or you can have it in the evening as well. Do not replace, I would not suggest you to replace those meal replacement supplements. So many are available in the market, including Saffola. 55. You can you should not, you know, when they talk about meal replacement, you can have it as your snack, you can replace your snack, but when it comes to meal, have your proper regular meals. Yeah, you have a regular meals, like, you know, those chapati, multigrain chapati, brown rice, salad, curd, etc. If you wanted to do this meal replacement thing, do it for your snacking. One more option, very good and very healthy option, what I adopted during my weight loss journey, having oats. Oats are rich in fiber, protein, etc. So what you can do when you have oats, you can make it either masala oats, which are very traditional, or you can have overnight soaked oats, which are extremely healthy. So what you can do, you can soak your oats overnight in the milk or in the curd, and then you can have it in the evening along with those dry fruits. And you can, one more thing you can do is, you have to include seeds in your diet. It could be watermelon seeds, it could be your chia seeds, it could be your flax seed, it could be your, you know, basil seed. So what I used to do, overnight soaked oats, I used to, you know, mix it well with those chia seed, basil seed and flax seed, and I used to add some fruits, and I used to add some dates and all the dry fruits, and I used to have it. It is a very filling. You can have this option for dinner also, or your mid morning or evening also. It is quite filling and very yummy and tasty. So try this recipe, you know, in your evening snacks, or, you know, in your dinner or something. So now once you are done with this evening snack, you have to finish your dinner very early. So you have to make it to 7:30 or before 8 p.m. maximum, because you know, it is important, because that's when your body will start processing or start melting your fat. So you would have seen in olden days also, people used to eat their dinner at 6 p.m. and they used to sleep by 9 o'clock, and that's a very great process of doing. That's actually a mind-blowing process. So that's what you have to follow, because only then your food would get digested, and then when you sleep, that would not cause any hazard to your sleep and to the your weight loss process or your digestion process. So you have to finish your dinner by maximum 8 p.m. before that. And in the dinner, you are not going to take carbohydrate. I would tell you to avoid carbs during dinner, because that your body takes very long time to digest the carbs. So either you can have protein or fiber rich, or both, you know, in your dinner. Like, you can have one bowl of a soup, any vegetable soup is fine, homemade vegetable soup. Along with that, you can pair it up with big bowl of a salad. And if you don't feel satiated with salad and soup, then you can have a big bowl of oats khichdi or dalia. You can have one besan chila, or you can have one dosa, like, you know, moong dal dosa, or any dosa you can have which is rich in protein. Have any multigrain khichdi, you can have Patanjali Pushtahar Dalia, that is also very healthy and very tasty, that you can have. So the main point here is, try to have dinner light and full of protein and fiber. Like soups or salad, you can have soup or dalia, or you can have if you are eating eggs, for when you talk about protein content, it is important to up your protein level during weight loss process, because the more the protein level, your muscles would be strengthened and you will burn more fat. So that's the reason it is important to increase your protein and fiber intake. So you have to include eggs to your diet. Have 2 eggs in the morning or dinner, or lunch time. If you can't have eggs, that's okay, not a problem. Include protein in your diet, like you can have paneer, you can have soya bean, you can have tofu. So all these you can have it for as a curry or sauteed vegetable in the lunch time or in the dinner time. So dinner time you can have sauteed vegetables, like your paneer you can saute, or your soya bean curry you can make, and you can have it with the chila or something. So you have to search for an option which is good and healthy in protein content. In the next clip you can definitely see a diet plan which is having a good amount of protein options. So just check that out. So once your dinner is being done on time, 8 o'clock you close that, and then after 3 hours your food only you should go to bed, you should go for sleep, because only then you should give a gap. When you give a gap, it is important for your stomach that it digests the food, well, and you get a good sleep, and your process of fat burning is also happening. So after 3 hours of your dinner, go for sleep. If you feel hungry, because when I started my weight loss journey, I used to feel so hungry, so then I started having golden milk. So before bedtime, if you feel a little bit of hungry, initially. Later on you can skip that also, and you can directly sleep after 3 hours of your dinner. Or you can have your golden milk, like you can take 100 or 150 I would suggest 100 ml of milk, and then you can boil it. You can add pinch of cinnamon, a pinch of turmeric. Don't add any refined sugar or something to it, no sugar. If you want little bit of jaggery, you can add, or that also you can avoid. So then boil it really well, and then make it too warm, and then sip it and have it. And this could be your night drink also. If you do not want to have this, you don't feel hungry also, then you definitely have to have any good night drink. In night drink could be jeera, which is roasted jeera, and make it to powder, and you can have it with warm water. Night drink. You can have soft water also as your night drink. You can make one more recipe which is very important in fat cutting, is your mustard seeds and black pepper seeds and black salt. All these three roasted well, powder to it, and have it with lukewarm water. That could also be a very good nighttime drink which helps you losing weight. So this is how, and then you are ready for the next day. If you are having intermittent fasting, so intermittent fasting is also very good way to lose weight, because it helps burning weight much faster. So you can follow, I discussed this in the last clip also. So if you wanted to go on intermittent fasting, you can do either 5:2, which is 5 days in a week you go on a diet, which I discussed, and 2 days you can have a fasting. During fasting you will eat your salads and soups, and you can have your detox drink or something. Or if you don't want to do this, you can go for 16:8 ratio intermittent fasting, which is most talked and which is very famous. So that's what even I tried, 16:8, wherein 16 hours of a time you will be fasting, and 8 hours of a period wherein you will be eating. So during eating time, it doesn't mean that you are fasting for so long so that you can eat unhealthy. There would not be any unhealthy food in your diet. It would all be healthy. Whatever the diet I gave you, that you can have. If you want, you can increase a little bit of chapati and rice quantity, because you are anyways going to fast for 16 hours. So that's how it is. So suppose you stopped eating at 8 o'clock like last day, 8 p.m. last day, then you will break your fast 12 p.m. to the next day. So tell them that's how you maintain your 16 hours. And if honestly you cannot maintain 16 hours of a fasting, then you can also have 14 hours of fasting and then 10 hours of eating, because that pattern even I followed. Because initially I did 16 hours, but then later I felt that it is too much for me. So what I did, I made it to 14:10, and that is also very good. At that point of time, I had seen a great weight loss process. So that's what you can do. You can fast for 14 hours, and then you can have your regular diet for 10 hours. Now the question could be, what all we can drink? We cannot eat, but what all we can drink during our fasting window? During intermittent fasting window, ideally you should only have water. Yeah, but if you cannot resist to that, you can what I did personally is I used to have my black coffee. So you can have, I had black coffee and water. If you only can have water, that's really good. I read somewhere that you can have some 10 to 15 calories also during intermittent fasting, but I would not suggest that, because if you are fasting for 14 hours or 16 hours, wherein your body your body is not secreting any insulin, you don't have glucose. So in that point for those fasting window, your body is taking all the energy from the stored fat what you have in the body, and that's how the fat burning process start. Because everybody sleeps for 88 hours and 9 hours, so that is a common process. But actually fat loss process starts when you have intermittent fasting. That's when you burn fat. So when you burn fat, your body is utilizing the stored fat. There is no much insulin or glucose. If you start eating again, if you are taking the calories, then your body would take that 10 calories, and the body would not get adjusted to the stored fat what we have. That's why it is suggested that do not eat during intermittent fasting, and let the body work even fantastic way to lose weight, to cut down the fat. So intermittent fasting you can try, and also the healthy diet I shared you is the good diet plan which you can try, and you won't feel hungry. You would, mark my words, you will feel satiated, and you will definitely have a good amount of weight loss, the diet which I told you. And I lost in 8 months 16 kgs. You might lose 20 kgs also, or you might lose in a 1 year of a time 20 to 25 kg. So it's up to you and up to your body how do you follow. But the diet plan is quite effective. You can try that. In case you feel I missed out something, if you have question, please comment me below. Now I will switch to the exercising part. So next, which is most important, many of them ask me, what if I only diet and I don't want to exercise? See, you can do that, because 80% is your diet which helps you lose weight, 80% of your food. So if you diet, you would surely lose weight. But what about your skin, your hair, your muscles? All these are toned only when you exercise, when you work hard, when you do physical activity, which is quite important. So when you have gymming process, when you do yoga, when you do walking, your body is doing some work, and it is whatever you are eating, it is utilizing that, it is working towards that. That's the reason exercising is important. If you want a good and healthy body, if you want to delay those wrinkles, those fine lines, if you want to delay your unhealthy disease, any problems, any diseases, then you have to exercise. And why do you have to pair your diet with exercise? Is because when you lose weight, you don't want extra, you don't want any loose skin, because when you lose weight, your skin might also do not be so tight and it makes loosen. So that's the reason exercise comes and plays a good role. When you tone your muscle, you will not have that kind of a problem. So along with that, it goes hand in hand. So when you exercise, at the same point of time when you diet, your muscles are toned, your body is toned, and your skin is very toned, and you will not have any problem. And also one more thing, they say that I diet, so I feel so tired. If I exercise also, I'll be very, very tired. Please note, please mind it, if you exercise more, you will get more strength. As a dietitian, I always suggest people that you want your weight loss process to be very quick. Now also people want, no, I don't want to wait for 1 year and 2 years of a time. So if you want to lose weight quickly, like in 6 months, in 8 months, in 7 months, then you have to exercise, because workout, exercising, yoga, walking, jogging makes your weight loss process very easy, very quicker, and it speeds up the process. So reason why this is my advice. If you are dieting, also pair it up with gymming or jogging or walking or exercising. So now what kind of exercises you do, you can see in this clip. This is what I tried, and I lost weight. It's not always important that you gym. If you have any health issues, you cannot do all that weightlifting process, then you can do simple walking. Walking is also very effective. It elevates your heart rate, and it that's the process when you burn fat. So you can go for walking, jogging, or you can on the treadmill also, you can do it for 45 minutes. So every day it is important that you do exercising along with diet 5 to 6 days in a week, at least 4 to 5 days in a week, and do it for 1 hour 1 hour minimum. So if you are walking, do it for 45 minutes to 1 hour. Jogging, if you are doing weightlifting, you can do it. If you are doing Pilates and core training, strength training, functional training, you do it for 45 to 1 hour minutes to 1 hour. If you are doing yoga, you can do pranayams, you can do those anulom vilom, you can do cobra poses, you can do squats, you can do surya namaskar, even sun salutations is very, very effective, which I tried during weight loss journey, and it is very effective. So I'm here by giving you few clips, what all the exercise you can do, which you as I mentioned, I have given you time intervals and how to do it also. If you want, since this video would be too long, so if you want any clip, how to perform the exercise, how to perform it in a good way, so that when you lose weight, please comment me below, so that I can make one more videos on how to prepare your recipes for diet, how to exercise, how do I do it in my way, so that I lost my weight during my weight loss journey. So please comment me below, so that so yeah, that's it for today's guide. I don't think I think I have so much more to tell you during diet and exercise, but since I have time constraint and I do not want this video to be too lengthy, I will stop hereby. And then if you want to know some more information, then please comment me below, so that I can make a few more videos. Thank you so much for watching and giving me your valuable time. Please take care, stay healthy, stay fit, and stay tuned to my channel. Till then, bye bye. Please subscribe to my channel, share this video with your friends and family. Thank you so much. Bye bye.